The Desert Eagle is one of the most broken guns inside a Counter-Strike global offensive. Today, we're going to discuss how to use this weapon and how to use it to your advantage so that you can absolutely tilt the enemies off the face of the earth. You're going to be one-deagging your opponents. You're going to be destroying them by the time you are done with this video, done with this guide. So make sure you guys stick around to the end. Also, guys, this is going to be a part one of a series I do on all of the guns inside of Counter-Strike, and we're going to teach you exactly how to use each of them. So make sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss out and you understand how to use these weapons effectively and use them like a pro. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. Now, the Desert Eagle, like I said, is absolutely insane. It's broken, honestly. This gun costs only $700, right? So it is something that, you can purchase on almost every single round if you want to. But let's talk about first when you should buy it, right? Now, obviously, if you're playing competitive, the game is going to start out and you're all going to receive $800. I would never recommend buying the Deagle on pistol round. It's just not worth it because the enemies are never going to have head armor. So that means when you're on the CT side, right, it's not worth it to buy a Deagle because the USP can just one shot to the head. It's more worth it to just buy a USP and armor and boom, laser beam to the head, right? Versus the Deagle where, it's not as rewarding on pistol round, right? Same thing with T side. There is a little bit more of an excuse to buy it on T side because sure, you might be able to get away with some insane one digs cross map, but honestly, just get Glock and armor and you'll be good. You can just two-shot the other team in the head and you'll be spamming that Glock, boom, 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 right? So that's enough about talking about other pistols. The Deagle, what are the strengths of this gun and why is it so good? So like I said, this gun only costs $700, but for that $700, you have the chance to just absolutely destroy your opponents with a one deag. A one deag is just when you simply go out, click once, boom, and your opponent's dead, right? So we're swinging, one deag, just one shot, dead to the head. Because if you hit the opponent in the head with the Deagle, it just instantly destroys them. It kills them in one shot, right? Not to mention that one shot ability, the Deagle is absolutely insane at close range too, because if you're close enough to your opponent, you can two-shot them, right? If they are point blank range to you, you can kill them with two shots. And even mid range, it's very good because 3 shots to the body is going to end them, right? And so it just is a great option for that $700 price tag. And $700, get some armor and boom, you could just change the course of a round with a few deag shots. And there's so many highlights of professional players just being an absolute menace with this gun.
So spectacular from Zyru, this whole round put together. The patience, he's got no tools, he's got no teammates with anything to help him. This is just brute force from one of the best players in the world.
Because at the end of the day, the Deagle is just a high skill gun, right? It can be very hard to use because you are gambling. You're relying on that one shot, right? You're relying on your aim to hit that headshot and just instantly kill your opponent, right? You can be caught out if you don't hit that shot, and it's just easy for them to kill you, especially if they have rifles, especially if they have guns that are gonna keep shooting and shooting and shooting, right? So the Deagle is a very high risk, high reward gun. And compared to some of the other pistols, if you have the extra cash to buy something, buy that Deagle. It's worth it. And there is nothing more satisfying than getting those deag headshots and that deag highlights. I'm sure every one of you has highlights and clips of your own Deagle aces, your Deagle highlights. So if you guys want to show me those, go ahead and join my Discord and post them inside of my Discord, and I will react to them and rate them. And maybe one day we'll make a video out of it. Maybe we'll react to some community clips and stuff. So I don't know, that's just an idea I'm throwing out there. So all right, what is the secret to using this Deagle though? It's good enough to understand, like, yeah, okay, I need to hit heads. And obviously with headshots, you just need to aim at head level and predict where the opponent is going to be and be very steady with it. And that's the whole point of the Deagle. If you're using this gun, you have to be steady with it, right? You have to be able to, not be sporadic and flicking all around. I'm sorry, I'm giving you a seizure just watching that. You need to be steady with it, right? You need to be smooth. It needs to be, like molasses, nice and smooth, nice and like that. But there is a trick to spamming the Deagle because it's not always good enough to just rely on, one shot. That's not going to happen all the time. You're going to have to spam the Deagle sometimes. Now, a lot of you think that spamming the deagle is just clicking as fast as you can like some of the other pistols, and that is absolutely not the case with this gun. When you are using the deagle, it is vital that you understand a secret little trick that I'm about to show you when you're spamming this gun. And I don't know if I can play it because of YouTube, but it's essentially the song where it's like staying alive, and you're like, staying alive, staying alive. See how when I go to the beat, the shots are exactly accurate, versus if we're just spamming it, you know, randomly, and if we go even faster, it's just not going to be effective, right? That's not good enough for us when we're trying to accurately track opponents, right? We can't expect these shots to hit when we're doing that. So we always do staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. And you guys get to hear me sing a little bit too, so that's a first on this channel. So there you go. But that's your secret to spamming the deagle. That's your secret to making sure that these shots are accurate, because you might have been watching pro games and you're like, bro, how are the pros hitting these deagle spams? When I spam the deagle, it doesn't do that. But it's because in their head they have this cadence, they have this rhythm already down, and they know exactly when they can spam the deagle, and you know at what range and at what timing it can still be accurate while spamming it. So just keep that in mind and understand this little trick when using that gun. So just very important to understand. Now, if we're going to be using the deagle, guys, we need to be, you know, make sure we're in positions where it's almost like we're offing, right? I know it sounds crazy, like it sounds silly, like, bro, why would I play like an opera when I have a deagle? But it's because of that one-shot ability. If you hit them in the head, you essentially have a pocket op. Now, what I like to call the deagle is the level 3 cannon, or the level 6 cannon. And no offense to you guys that are lower levels, but you are so good with the deagle, right? There is so many level 6 players, level 3 players that are so insane with the deagle, but they are so bad with every other gun. But you really need to play like an opera. So, you know, hold an angle, hold a corner, boom, they peek and then reposition, right? You know, if you're peeking into any enemy like that with the deagle, you're sacrificing your ability to, you know, be reliable and have that crosshair placement, because they could be anywhere if you're peeking into them. So if you can just post on an angle and wait for them to swing you, especially if you're crouched, oh, that's when your highlight clips start to come in, right? And then when you're feeling it, that's when, you know, you can start flicking around and doing your thing. But it's so important when you have the deagle that you almost use it like an op. It's a little weird, I understand, but trust me, it's going to make your life so much easier when you use it. And also, you know, just playing on headshot angles where you can peek up and down. I love doing that with the deagle. If I can play on angles where I can peek up and down with the deagle, it just makes my life so easy, and I love doing that. It's just like so satisfying to do that with the deagle. Like, you know, pop up here, boom, peek. It's like whack-a-mole. Like, they just see your head pop up, boom, and you're just taking shot. So try that out with the deagle, and you know, I think it's an effective strategy. But yeah, guys, I'd love to hear what you think about this video. Let me know in the comments what guns I should cover next. In the next video, we are going to be doing the Tech 9, I believe. So make sure to check that video out. It'll be released the day after this one. So like I said, make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss out on these videos. So thank you guys so much for the support. Every single one of you are amazing, and I'm trying to grow this channel more and more. We're so close to 6,000 subscribers. It would be awesome if you guys could help me boost myself up before Counter-Strike 2 is released. So let's get at it, and you know, let's just see how good we can do. So I'll catch you guys all later. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out, and keep working hard to get better.